Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Thursday and welcome to the Pagan Housewife. We're going to be talking about Independence Day and how we can make it pagan. Now, Independence Day, also known as 4th of July, is a holiday that requires almost no introduction. It's the anniversary of our separation from the crown, a time to remember our cultural roots as Americans, and it's a celebration that stimulates all of our senses through food and party and fireworks. Now, just briefly, let's review the history. This is a very abridged version, so don't worry. By the time it was the mid 1700s, there had been a great deal of tension between the American colonies and the British Crown, just building up and up and up. And an appetite to break away and form a new nation was beginning to gnaw at the souls of the colonists. Now, on July 2nd, 1776, the Continental Congress voted in favor of independence. And 2 days later, on July 4th, 1776, delegates from all 13 colonies adopted the Declaration of Independence as primarily written by Thomas Jefferson. Thus, the tradition of celebrating Independence Day on July 4th was founded almost immediately. The first celebrations involved some of the colonists holding mock funerals for King George III, symbolizing the end of his and the monarchy's power over the colonies. There were concerts and bonfires and cannons and muskets fired into the air, parades, and public readings of the Declaration of Independence. In 1777, Philadelphia held the first annual celebration of Independence Day, despite the fact that the Revolutionary War was in full swing at the time. And then we have Massachusetts, which has the honor of being the first state to make Independence Day a recognized state holiday. But official or not, celebrating the 4th of July was a common and unifying holiday for all Americans. It wasn't until 1870 that Independence Day was recognized as a federal holiday, and not until 1941 that Congress expanded that to ensuring that federal employees had a paid day off for the occasion. Now, as Independence Day is in the middle of summer, that means the celebration is easily combined with all sorts of fun summertime outdoor activities, barbecues, block parties, families headed out to the lake or the beach, fireworks, patriotic music, the American flag high in the air everywhere you see. It's a fun and a rowdy time, which is exactly what it should be. This is another ideal opportunity for us pagans to show both our patriotic and our pagan selves, because our countrymen need to know that we do love this land and we love the founding principles of this country just as much as they do, and that we do have common ground with them. And on Independence Day, we are united as patriots despite religious differences or any kind of differences. It's reassuring when people discover that they have things in common with other people. So, participating in local events, being part of a community potluck if there is one, attending readings of the Declaration of Independence or displays of fireworks, all of these things and more are showing through our deeds that we are real and active members of the community who have common cares and interests with everyone else. And regardless of what any individual believes or doesn't believe, the individual can still be an American patriot, a lover of freedom, and someone who upholds the values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So, now let's talk about how we can infuse a bit of paganism into Independence Day. Now, of course, this is not intended to be a way of shoving our beliefs down anyone else's throats. I think everybody's sick of that. But these are things that we can do to add to our own celebrations that also have spiritual significance for us, because why not? To begin with, let us recall that republics and democratic processes were pioneered by pagan societies, most prominently in the Greek and Roman worlds, although there were some proto-republic structures within Germanic tribes. In any case, the seed for the idea of our nation is descended directly from pagan cultures. This is an ideal time for us to therefore show honor to Greco-Roman deities, especially those who we see as embodiments of various American ideals. And if we don't have relationships with those gods, because not all of us do, we can look to the pantheons that we are familiar with, and we can examine the character traits and areas of talent and authority that various deities have. And then we can choose who we believe represents the ideas of independence, sovereignty, merit, and incorporate these gods into rituals and offerings. And if you like to decorate for Independence Day, this is a good opportunity to work a little bit of magic through the colors of the flag. We have red for energy and drive, passion, and blood. We have blue for emotion, fluidity, intuition, and flexibility. And then white for clarity of purpose, peace, unity, and light. Then we have storytelling that could be part of our celebrations. Most of us recognize the great need to tell pagan stories, but we have no less of a need to tell our American cultural stories. So doing a bit of research on American folklore and heroes and then telling that tale on this day that is meaningful. And of course, reading out the Declaration of Independence can serve the dual purpose of celebrating the resolve of those who laid the foundation for our nation, and it can also be a powerful declaration against the tyrants we have in our modern age. Speaking the words affirms American philosophical precepts, and it is a vow to show courage in the face of tyranny in the here and now. So, those are just my ideas. I hope you find some of them useful. If there are other ways that you have managed to incorporate your own pagan faith into Independence Day or special traditions that you have just in general surrounding this holiday, please let me know about it in the comments or come see us at Blackbird's Brew on Gilded. Link in the description box below. We always like to brainstorm together and swap ideas, so definitely bring your own to the table. We would love to hear from you. But that will do it for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.